But you said he was his closest family.
She has been under his thumb for months. He can make her say anything.
It's up to you, Erica.
If he stays, I go.
Dimitri, please don't do this.
It is either him or me.
You know, you've come all this way for Family Week. It's so important for both of us. You can't walk out now.
Erica, I refuse to go through therapy with your drug dealer.
Have you ever given a sworn statement?
No, sir.
Well, sometimes it can throw you. How about I give you a little crash course in cross-examination, huh?
It's a deal.
All right, my man.
Stop right there.
Can I help you?
You taught my son a lot of things, Delaney, including how to be a pervert. I came to take him back. Party's over.
Dad,
Get over here. No wonder this country's in the sewer. Taxed up the wazoo so fruits like you can corrupt my kids.
He's not the...
Shut up. I caught you red-handed. You're no better than a child molester. The only thing off about Jason was his aim.
You're doing it again.
What?
You're looking at me like I'm a flower about to wilt.
Well, tell you was sick as a dog just last night.
Well, today I could run a marathon.
Corinne's smoking magic work fast, huh?
Yeah, maybe.
Yo, you should still take it slow.
Baby, don't baby me.
Look, this hike across the island ain't gonna be no cakewalk. Now, Corinne said and told us that
Corinne says. Why should we care what Corinne says? She's not a doctor. She couldn't possibly know anything about me or how I feel. I mean, just because she was born with a veil.
What would it take to make you trust me?
And what is the reason for your visit?
Pure pleasure.
And how long do you plan to stay on the island?
Oh, about a week, 10 days, however long it takes to get a killer tan.
Have a pleasant stay, Miss Bond.
Thank you.
I'm here for Sun and Surf, too.
Mateo Santos.
That's me. Here's my bag. No contraband.
One moment, please.
Is there a problem with my passport? It's current.
you'll have to come with me.
What for?
Questioning.
What do you want to know?
Not here.
Hey, wait a minute. Take your hands off him.
What is your relationship with this young woman?
Never seen her before in my life.
Take a good look.
I would remember somebody like this. She's very pretty. Who is she?
An American, Julia Santos.
Santos. Same last name as me. Small world, huh?
Is it?
Yeah. Who's this bad looking dude?
Another American, a fugitive. Interpol has issued APBs on them both.
So what makes you think they're in Jamaica?
We have our reasons. All ports of debarkation have been alerted to keep careful watch on and report anything suspicious.
And the fact that we share the same last name is suspicious.
Wouldn't you say?
I don't know. Back in Texas, the name Santos is very common, just like the name Smith.
Here, it is not common. Two people with the same foreign surname suddenly appear on the island? You'd better come with me.
No, look, I realize you're just trying to do your jobs and everything. And since we all seem to be tossing names around, I've got one for you. Chandler. As in Adam Chandler. The entrepreneur / multimillionaire from the United States.
I've heard of him.
Yes, I'm sure you have. Chandler Aluminum employs thousands of your locals here who count on their jobs to put food on their tables.
And what about him?
He happens to be my father. Now, either you release my boyfriend, or I will make an island-to-person call to Daddy, who happens to be like this with the Jamaican Consul General.
If you should happen to run into Miss Santos or her friend, you would be wise to report it to the authorities.
Absolutely.
He is a convicted murderer. His friend, who knows? People in love do crazy things. Mind you, don't you go getting yourselves into trouble.
Can we go now?
One last thing. Enjoy your stay in Jamaica.
Excuse me, have you seen these two people?
No, I haven't seen them.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Excuse me, have either of you two seen these two people?
No, other than seeing a foot.
Thank you. No. Have you seen either of these two? No. You? No. Yeah. Thank you. It's nothing personal. Corinne, you've been wonderful. You threw the police off our scent. You whipped up that wonderful medicine. It really did the trick.
It wasn't only the medicine.
Look, I know about native remedies that have curative powers. My abuela used to make a special tea for my mother every time she would go into labor with one of her kids. And she'd take this gnarled old hickory stick and she'd wave it over her belly. Mama swore that she never had a lick of pain. But it wasn't the hickory stick, it was the tea. Whatever was in that broth that you gave me settled my stomach. It wasn't the words you said over it.
How can you be so sure?
I believe in medicine. You believe in magic. That doesn't mean that I'm not grateful to you. It just makes us different. I gotta go upstairs. Lila has a sarong for me. I'll be back.
I'll leave you to your packing.
Who are you?
You know who I am.
I know your name. I got no idea who you are. So how do you know this stuff you know? How do you see all these things you've been saying you see?
I'd advise you to watch what you say about me.
Drug pusher, dealer, supplier.
That's slander.
Well, I call them as I see them.
I could sue you for impugning my name.
I will see you in court. Name the date.
Please stop this, both of you, please. I don't want to deal with this. Not today.
Miss American, I have a difference of opinion that won't be resolved in the course of an afternoon, nor is this the place to attempt to resolve it.
I have to agree.
I'll make good on my offer and I will leave. But not for him. I know how much this family week means to you. It would be tragic to let some insignificant personal problem, real or imagined, interfere with your recovery.
Well, thank you. So, if Jonathan, Dr. Kinder leaves, will you stay?
Yes.
I'll be with you in spirit.
Okay, so it's settled then. If you'll come with me, we can get started.
You're a case study, Kinder.
You know, there used to be a medicine man in the Carney circuit. He could take lessons from you.
Well, I bet you were something.
In my day.
Any day.
You know, one of the plus things about growing older, you learn to recognize the phonies.
Well, I have learned how to bow out with a modicum of grace. But you should know, Mrs. Fargate, I do have Erica's best interest at heart.
I'm sure your heart has its reasons. Anyway, I appreciate your giving Erica a break.
Well, I consider that high praise coming from you.
Well, don't let it go to your head. I've got two eyes in the back of mine, and I'm staying on to make sure you don't cause any more trouble.
Dad, you have got this scoped all wrong.
Wrong? That's rich coming from a kid who's messed up 9 ways from Sunday.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with Kevin.
Who the hell are you?
I'm his son.
Well, how did you manage that, working both sides of the street?
Oh, Dad, you don't get it.
I get it, all right. This pervert gets his jollies by putting his hands all over you. Supposed to be teaching history. But the real subject, you're flunking out of school, but you get a big Q for being queer.
Look, I'm sorry if this freaks you out, but I can't help from being gay, and I'm not going to be ashamed of it.
You're not gay. This pervert's got you all mixed up. How many brownie points do you get for drumming kids into the Fairy Corps? How do you live with yourself knowing you ruined my son's life? My wife is on the verge of a nervous breakdown. My other son's in jail.
Do you want to know how I feel?
No. Let me.
Who are you, the boyfriend?
I'm the faggot. Kevin's teacher, Mr. Delaney. Nice to meet you.
Who are you?
Trevor Dillon. Friend of the faggot. Lawyer, brother-in-law. Recently widower.
Why don't you say something?
Well, I believe in giving a guy enough rope to hang himself. It's only fair, considering your son Jason's in jail for taking my wife out with a .38.
I'm sorry about your missus.
Oh, I can see you're all broke up about it.
Jason was aiming at him. Sicko messed up his brother.
Oh, helps knowing that my wife was killed by accident.
If it had been my finger on the trigger, your wife would still be alive, and this scum would be rotting in hell. If this homo hadn't come along, my son would be normal.
Mr. Delaney has nothing to do with my being gay, Dad.
Right, you just woke up one morning feeling fruity.
No, I've been gay my whole life. And I knew in grammar school I was different from the other guys.
Shut up. I didn't raise my son to be a daisy. There's nothing wrong with you that a good shrink and a roll in the hay with a girl can't fix. Then you can forget all about this fairy phase you're going through, and you can move back home.
What?
I'm giving you a choice, Kevin. Go straight. You can still be a Sheffield. But no son of mine is going to call himself queer. So, coming home or not?